Right, shall we make our way to our cart then? To get these bodies stowed.
So as you're sort of says that the guards are like, oh yeah, we do kind of have to take custody of the bodies.
That is not gonna happen.
Well, yay! This is our job.
You
What a
were
very stressful day.
You were asleep on your job, and you're gonna discuss this with me?
The sort of other guards look and is like, shut up. Just I still have a job to
shut
do.
up, mate.
No, Cross, listen, we don't need to have the bodies as long as they are in a place that we can access them later on for any investigation.
I'll look over the
Where
guards.
will you put them?
Well, the Citadel morgue probably.
Okay.
We will put them there. There's nowhere else to put them.
Okay.
Very well.
All right. So yeah, they take the bodies and Oh, and when you see the Bastion Commander, could you not mention how I was maybe not paying complete due attention to my post, please?
Oh, don't worry. We won't mention it as long as you take good care of these bodies.
Yeah. Okay. In fact, I'll do that
Do
thing.
your job properly
Yes,
this time.
Yeah, I'm going. Just
We'll just clear
his
down.
two companions give you guys a look, then him a look, and just walk off behind him.
Look, I was a soldier, okay? Sleeping on the watch, that's just not gonna be done. That gets people killed.
Sleep
Yeah,
is
looks
get
like it.
death. I can't think of it. Right.
How eloquent!
I was trying. Okay.
Sleeping
Right,
on the
so-
watch, there's death to catch. Doesn't quite work.
I need a
Yeah,
rhyme.
no,
You know. Okay. Snoozes get bruises.
Yes,
I saved it. I saved.
Well,
Right, so I'm guessing we'll be heading to the commander's
yes.
office now.
We'll have to talk to Mr. Wolf. By the way, Ninar, would you be able to try and identify this bottle I bought from Nip?
Pardon?
I have this bottle I bought from Nip. Actually, he
Who's
gave it to me.
Who's?
The little
Touche.
immortal goblin.
Oh. Is that an Arcana check? Or you want? Let me
there's
put
an
my ice
Arcana
cream
check
down.
to ID it. Yeah.
I can try. Hold my ice cream.
Yeah, my arms aren't quite that long, unfortunately. You don't know.
We're doing it as we walk. I'm not.
You're pretty sure it's magical, but you can't quite figure out what it does exactly.
Very well. We will try again later.
I can't focus on this right now. It's magical.
In that case, I will hold on to it for a while longer.
I have the flute that I think is going to summon something. So
But you still don't know what it is yet.
no, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know if he's going to eat us or help us.
Probably a demon.
Hmm.
You don't even know you don't even know if it's magical at all yet. It's just a whistle he gave you.
Oh, it's made of bone though, which is kind of.
Dodgy. Yeah. That could be chicken bone. Right, let's head up to the commander then.
Yep.
Okay. You sort of track your way through the through the sort of through the citadel. You're again passed through the early morning watch, and you sort of undo a when you sort of go to see that such as North, the guards are sort of informed. Yeah, he's not here. Sorry.
And where could we find him then?
If I had to guess, the Imperial Vault. That's where I last saw him.
Very well. Can you point us to the way?
Oh yeah, and he just points you away. It's slightly outside the building. There's separate a sort of little annex to the side of the main citadel. And it's the security's a bit more stringent here almost, as you know, as your papers
More
which normally just
stringent?
look Yeah, which you just looked over for a second, and actually actually looked over for a second, then they're actually like fully read through entirely, and like just takes a good minute to get through the last checkpoint. You think? It's like, all right, go in. Just you are being watched
Of course we are.
more than usual.
I am always being watched. I'm used
So
to
are
it.
you.
He's the guy you said. It seems a bit confused for us. It's like, get. You go in. You're sort of shown into this like large sort of chamber of like almost like of about good 20 feet in the to 20 feet ceiling, tall ceiling. It's a pretty vast chamber.
Good, I won't have to duck.
Yeah. Around the wall, like the wall, are several like almost vaults almost around the side. Right at the end, you think you see by the side of a pair of statues, this colossal greatsword just hung up against the wall, like like easily like far larger than you, Gruz. Like looking at it, you can't conceive anyone could even fucking lift that, let alone use it effectively.
That is an impressive piece of material.
And sort of standing by is what you think to be the back of Tristan, still in full armor, just gazing at it.
Is he big?
Wait,
Is he?
you don't know. He's wearing armor.
But like, if in this armor, does he look like he could lift it?
No. He looks like like a pretty strong guy, like a guy who's like clearly fought his entire life. But this looks like something you'd have to be inhumanly
Goes to
strong
the
to
gym.
carry. He goes to the gym of life. War.
Does he skip leg day though?
Uh-oh.
Again, he's wearing armor. It's going to make checking him out a bit harder. Like
That's it.
plate armor isn't that form-fitting.
My thirst is foiled again.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, he's just like standing there looking at it.
I will try to get his attention.
Okay.
Commander!
Just looking at it. Makes you wonder. What kind of inhuman monster was this thing forged for?
Commander!
Ah, yes. Ah, Gruz.
We have investigated the
My
sewers.
internet committed suicide, so I just missed all that. Can we please repeat some of it?
Basically, you've gone into this a museum, basically, and you've just Wolf's there.
We have we are talking to the commander right now. So,
He's admiring a weapon.
yes. It's a bit too big to lift for you, isn't it?
It's too big for anything I've ever meant to lift. Well, outside of a troll, even larger.
I wouldn't want to meet a troll that's swinging that.
Wouldn't want to meet anything that could swing that.
Regardless, we investigated the sewers.
Ah, of course. What did you find?
A crocodile.
Uncommon,
And-
but you find them occasionally in there.
And this. And I hold up the half
Looks
of
at it. He looks sort of pulls up a second, looks at it. Just pulls at the horn. Shadow demon, I think. We had a incident a few years ago. Some demon binders trying to sow chaos through the city. Quelled fairly quickly, but a few managed to escape into the sewers. We thought we'd hunted them down to the last. Clearly not. This one was patient. Ah, thanks. He just sort of pulls a coin purse from his pocket and just hands it to you. For a job well done. And the other case, the murders.
Well, there is a few more things about that. We also found quite a few bodies in the sewers. And one of
Gathered
them
as much.
carried a letter.
A letter.
Actually, we
There
found...
was another in an alley outside.
Ah,
of
yes, the
sewers
other
who
one we
carried-
sent you to investigate.
Did you? Okay. Well, oh yeah, you said there was another body that we just didn't investigate. Now I remember one. Okay, that was bad. Okay. She also had a letter, and they seem to be the same. Only they both
Copies,
have
or?
pieces.
Mm.
Yes, but both have parts that are obscured, so it is not possible to completely read it. Although it is possible to read.
Partially read it. He seems to run his like a hand over his face, like he can feel another headache just coming on. What do they say? Or just better yet,
Here, have them.
A few names were mentioned.
He just takes them both and just
This war chief Tom Morhan, do you know him?
he just sort of pause a second. I know of him. Met him once.
Who is he?
He just looks about for a second. A hobgoblin war chief out far in the plains and the Ashen Plains.
Well, apparently he is trading in war supplies with other unknown
Expected
parties.
as much. And he just looks over the letter with the scorch mark on it, and his just face just takes a turn. Like you can see his jaw just set in and just like crunch. You see him start to grind. And as you can just see, like his hands are ringing around the pipe, breaking it in places.
Now you make it more difficult to read. Whoever sent you this has tried multiple times, maybe more, to send this to you. I assume it is not good news.
No, it's not. Just sighs deeply. Like
What does it mean?
it means, well, I can't say for sure, but given the notice of a weapons and war supplies trading, and the fact I can definitely see parts of a name somewhere in there, looks like our old friend the Jackal's doing exactly what I suspected he would.
We surmise as much.
He's been running his hands.
Oh,
Damn it! And he just kicks a stool nearby over. Just again runs a hand through his hair. Thank you, thank you.
Oh, I understand now.
Yeah, he just pulls another coin for a job. Done.
So that's how much now? 500
That's
gold?
350 gold in total.
350. Add it to the
To the loot.
We just got rich, boys.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Just again runs a what a damn headache.
Done.
Say, you still looking for employment? And I take it you don't like the Jackal.
We are not fans. No.
You're
He
interested
is
in
worth
more.
less than most living
Good.
beings.
You're interested in more work for a coin at possible danger.
What kind of work?
Well, work that might involve violence, combat, stealth. Off the books, of course.
I assume
easy.
it pays more.
Well, I can't pay you as much off the books, but I can certainly make a personal investment towards this.
So, what are we talking about?
Talking? Well, let's just say that the Jackal has a lot of friends around the city. Any official investigation I try and put on him, but we warned about days in advance before the bureaucracy worked its way around. For enough time for him to dispose of any evidence in his holdings.
Can't
Off
say
the
I'm
books,
surprised.
however. Meet me in my office tomorrow, about midday. Now, if you excuse me, I have an operation to plan. And he just pulls his sort of cloak up and strides off. Clearly very frustrated, but also like a bit. You can just sense a bit of a vengeful spark in him.
Varix just raises an eyebrow. This might be interesting.
Anything we can help with?
He's already gone.
He's already gone.
He just told us to meet him tomorrow.
I suggest we go back to the town, to the tavern. Rest up, because not just one of us is hurt.
Right.
I've also lost my wild shape.
Yep. I could do with some rage.
I'm also running out of bread.
Yeah. It's still fairly early in the morning. It's still like only 8-9 at this point.
We've done good use of this day. It
Yes, we
feels
have.
good to be up so. It feels good to be up
You
so
are
early.
quite tired. You've been in two major
I am
combats
going to crash
of the
soon,
day.
and I would like a nap.
How tired am I? I mean, I haven't.
Well, you're still in combat. You've also been severely injured, which even with like Nanar's magical assistance, still fucking tires you out. You've been stabbed through the chest.
Pretty violently, we might add.
What I would suggest is that we go to tavern, have a nice little lunch, and rest a little bit, and then I would suggest that in the afternoon we might want to go check or scout out the location of the Jackal's mansion.
That could be useful.
Yes.
Okay.
Who is breaking a can?
That would be me. Crushing a can.
Grassing a can.
So. Okay.
Right, so shall we head for the tavern?
Indeed.
Yes.
I'm trying to figure out whether or not I was supposed to go back to that Grey Warden, but he just wants bodies with the mark, so that's not gonna be useful for now.
Of course, in the afternoon we can also use some time to go investigate the bodies that were produced earlier.
We will need to find our way to the morgue, though.
Oh, I'm sure that the guards will know.
Yes.
For now, we rest.
Indeed.
So just gonna head back to the tavern and just crash, I presume.
Yup. Sounds like a plan.
Well, I'd like to meditate for at least half an hour.
Strange that. Oddly specific.
I would like a rest.
I would also like a rest, a full rest.
Okay, a long rest, and that's a good 8 hours like sleep, basically.
Well, yeah, but it's
Or
still...
at least not sleep.
We could have a short rest and just
Yeah,
use it
short
some
rest.
hit die.
Yeah, sure.
That's-
You just gonna head back to your rooms, just
Can
have a
do.
power nap, just a bit of a meditate,
case, I'll
lie
need
down.
Power down.
In that case, I will
Okay.
roll a hit die, which is a d12 for me, I think.
I only
Yeah.
lost 1 point, so I'm just gonna deduct a hit die. I think I might be able to roll a 1.
So I rolled enough for me to go back to full health. That's
Well,
good.
you add
What-
your
what do
con,
I
so you
roll?
literally have to. You roll your hit dice plus your con modifier.
Well, I
So
just
for you-
did.
Yeah, I'm talking to Marjack. So
Oh.
for you, it would be a D8 plus your con modifier.
It just rolled automatically for me, so...
Yeah, you can just roll your hit dice.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Okay, I might use another one.
Yeah.
I think you can. I think you can only use half your
I think you can use as many as you want, but on a long rest you only regain half of the hit dice.
Oh yeah, I probably you are right. Never mind.
Actually, I think you'll find.
Don't think you've got quite enough like facial hair on the neck to do that, but sure.
Well, okay. If you want some facial hair,
Oh boy.
I can provide some facial hair. That's fine. That's no worries for me.
Because I sure as hell can't.
Working on it.
Not even working on it.
Actually, I think you'll find.
There we go. Add some heavy breathing, you have the whole package.
It's hard to breathe heavy through like just a normal mic.
Without, making a...
Well, I can't,
Windstorm.
get closer to the mic because it's the wrong mic.
But yeah, you go back to the tavern and just crash. Yeah, in your rooms and just, just sleep for a few hours.
Well, maybe not hours, but like have a
Yeah.
power nap of 1 hour and have a lunch and all that.
Okay, so you're just going to go back down, I'll have another quick lunch? Or...
Well, the first lunch.
yeah. You can get some pretty good pub food here.
Yeah, I'll spend some money on that.
I mean, we could probably spend like 1 or 2 gold from the loot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're doing
Pay
pretty
for it
well
all.
recently, I hear.
Yeah. So for the four of us, how much is it?
I'd say probably for like a good proper like sort of like as good as they provide lunch. I'd say about a gold.
Okay, so that's 1 gold from the loot box.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's like a proper like
Mm-hmm.
like it's almost like
Party.
Sunday. Like, yeah,
That includes
like,
that
like
includes
a
the drinks.
Sunday roast. Yeah, Sunday roast with like some pretty solid ale.
Yeah, we're
And
good.
a bunch of bread.
We're good on money for now, so that's good.
Yeah, little adventurer's first paycheck. Gonna splash it all.
I'm telling you though, this bread is gonna have a use someday.
Possibly.
Well, if nothing else, it's
We'll
great
find
to
an enemy who just hasn't had bread for years and he's craving it, and you'll throw some bread at him and he'll go, "Oh, I
No, you're
won't
fi-
kill you, thank goodness."
You'll find an enemy who's allergic to gluten.
Just force it down his throat.
Yeah, but that might take it a little bit of time to get the effect.
So yeah, you were just have a like the tavern's fairly full.
Anybody looking up to... come si dice? How do you say? Anybody looking to be interested in our little group, or we are being ignored for the most part?
Mostly ignore. People are just taking a look over because you're quite a strange group. Even in like the Ring of Iron, it's a fairly interesting group makeup.
It's not
But you know, nothing more than passing curiosity.
Fair
The
enough.
button from earlier does sort of deliver your food. Which are going well for you then. I noticed your purses seem a little bit heavier than before.
He wouldn't know because it's in the cart.
Good of you to notice. Yeah.
So
I mean,
either
I
he,
suppose we have a few
either he
extra
ruffled
points.
through our cart.
Well, I assumed that you had the money on you and you just paid for stuff.
Yeah, I think maybe our money, our personal money, we pay for things and then we'll take the money out of the card like when we get back in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So our money is not increased at all.
Never mind then. Ignore that retcon that last statement.
No take backsies.
Oh, sorry, I misunderstood your distribution of money. But most people carry their money on them.
We have a lockbox.
Yes.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop anyone from just like stealing the
Well,
car.
yeah, that's a bit like storing all the money in the boot of your car. It's locked.
I want to go see the horses before we head
You
off.
can go see the horses again. Yeah.
I'll
They're
take. I'll
enjoying
take a might
enjoying the
ale.
days off.
Hmm?
Enjoying
If
their
I,
day-
if I, if I turn
You?
into a horse,
Mhm.
do I not have to use speak with animals?
I'm gonna say you still do.
Okay.
Because nothing in Druid implies that you can get around it like that.
Are they humans can't understand me, but okay. I guess I still don't understand horse. I just
Yeah.
make weird noises. Okay.
Yeah, you just make horse noises.
Okay.
Like no more than a horse could understand itself, like on a horse normally. Like you don't see horses sitting in the field having philosophy chats, do you?
You don't
Yeah.
know
It
that.
took me so much willpower not to say pet pal.
You too.
It's two. Cool. Then let's explore. Perhaps we should wait until the cover of darkness to scope out the jackal's home. But we
Agreed.
could.
Sounds good, but we can probably head for the morgue first.
Yes, let's
Yeah.
do that.
Okay, you're gonna head to the morgue.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, you had your opportunity shown to the morgue. Let through with not too much effort, thanks to your papers. I don't you got through into this sort of not dusty, but quite sterile, like chamber of several containers which you can only guess the contents of. All about human-sized.
Anybody we can speak to?
Give me a perception check.
Boy.
Because there's like several rows, so
Wait, several rows of people?
several rows of containers of and walls.
Wait, hold on.
As you sort of let in and sort of the guys.
Okay, you see more than I do.
I just sort of
Once.
let in. I just sort of let in from through the sort of the door. The guy says, yeah, if you're going to speak to the morgue manager, he's a eccentric fellow. Don't try not to be too creeped out. He hasn't killed anyone. Yeah.
He lives in a morgue. How much dead people can you find here?
Quite a
Well,
few,
not
I believe.
presumably, but
Exactly. So I'll just head up to the morgue manager then.
yeah. Yeah, you sort of keep going through the rows, and just looking through. And eventually, you see this sort of like man hunched over. I wanted like a sort of stone tablet over the body. You just over the body you one of your bodies you recovered, completely vivisected, and he's like open to not really paying you much mind. Just stroking his little sort of like soft like white beard. A halfling folk, by the way.
I'll just stand behind him. Excuse me.
Ah! And just looks over to the. Oh, hello.
I see.
Looking for something?
Yes, the two bodies John and his comrades brought in today.
Oh, yes. He just points to the one in front of him. You notice, Gruz, you're about double this guy's height.
Yes.
He's quite squat even for a halfling. And he's like, bent over with this little sort of wizened old cane, just shuffling about.
What can
Is
you...
there anything you can tell us about this?
Ah, yes. Very interesting specimen. Ah, yes. Well, let's just say that, Body seems to react very strangely to, death. Didn't even go into rigor mortis. It's very interesting. It's like something was stopping the body from progressing to its natural state of death. Very interesting. And this, and he sort of he like tenderly pokes the point where you saw the rune earlier, which is just sort of burnt and fizzled out now. When I first came in here, it was still warm, but now it's just almost completely gone. Very interesting.
So that rune is now disappearing.
Well,
Yes.
no one works through death. There's nothing for it to act on anymore.
That is true.
To imply that the enchantment is more based around someone's life force than just a straight, how do I say, connection to the body. Very interesting. Would imply enchantment magic rather than transmutation.
I like this guy.
Do you have?
Oh.
Do you still have their possessions?
Ah, yes, they're in a box somewhere over there. He just seems to not care much about the
We
So
may
probably should do some music for the morgue.
Yeah, can we have some more music?
Yes.
Yes. And the
You
cause
could
of death
turn
is,
off
of course,
medieval town.
yeah.
Unless there's horses in the morgue, I don't know.
Nah. Hello, my name is Stephen.
Oh God, no!
I got bored. Yeah, he
Right.
points, and the cause of death is, of course, very obvious. And he points to the huge, shearing wound you put there, Gruz.
Yes, that does look
Very
like
impressive,
my...
by the way.
You're welcome.
Managed to break every rib and nearly cut through the spine. Very strong blow.
Yes. Can we have to take a look at the possessions? If there's anything
Yes.
a
He just sort of
note?
hops off his little stool and just shuffles over. So quite impressive speed for someone of his stature and age.
Yeah.
And just sort of open a box. Yes, these are the possessions. You want to have a look through, or I'm going to go start on the other corpse. Just again shuffles off to the other stone table.
So the other stone table also has the other body,
Yes.
and that rune is also gone.
Yes.
Okay.
What's in the
Very same
possession?
as before. Possessions. It's looking through. You find the now quite badly damaged studded leather armor. These rapiers, which are of quite good make as well, and all their clothing. Nothing else exists on them. Strangely enough.
But the
We could
second
sell
corpse,
the rapiers.
or use them.
I mean, somebody uses the sword.
Apparently they're now owned by the state or case evidence or something. I don't know.
Yes, that would.
Legalities
That's us.
and.
We are investigating this case.
Oh, are you? Would explain why you went in here and got in here actually.
We are the ones who requested they be held here.
That makes sense.
Indeed.
We would also like to request that you sew them up after you're done.
Oh,
investigating.
yes, of course. But with respect for the dead and all that,
Indeed. At
I
some
jump
point.
very seriously. Actually, I should probably. And he moves over to the now vivisected body and just mutters a few words, puts his hand on the corpse, and it seems to sort of knit itself back together almost, very slowly and not sort of get the sense it's not healing, but not just pulling itself back together.
Oh god.
Cool trick, dude.
Yes. Well, the Lady of Graves does give me some gifts, thankfully. That help with my job here.
The Lady of Graves.
Yes, Pharasma. I'm a cleric.
Ah, okay. Yes.
Pharasma.
Indeed.
That
He just
may-
hops off his stool and goes
That's
to the
the
cool
one.
body
That's
again.
the one for earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
I
just
was
pausing.
saying, I don't
just
know.
pause-
Blessings be upon you or something in Celestial.
He doesn't seem to like notice.
Okay.
He just begins like making another incision in the other corpse. Like he's like sort of little spectacles, like he sort of foils them in a bit. Like yes, and just been slowly opening the other one up. That's a clean one on this one. Venom. Interesting.
That would be me.
Ah.
Can I? It's
Never
okay.
seen never heard of a tiefling possessing venom.
Here's the thing. Is it like a whole wild shape if I kind of part morphed to have like
Yes, that's a full. What you can't just get like spider head. This is a full
no
use.
no you mean I can't just like grow the fangs?
No, I don't think.
Is there any point in my life where I could learn to just do part wild shaping?
Not
Because
without-
that is
I'm gonna say this, especially at this level, you don't have that much control over which parts of you turn into what.
okay. That's fine. A stipulation for a later level then. Please.
Oh god,
Nin-
what I just agreed to. Anyway,
Nina the Centaur.
anyway, yeah. How did you deliver the venom just out of professional curiosity? Never heard of a
I'm
tiefling
a
possessing
druid.
innate venom? Ah, I see. Makes sense. So was it spider venom? Snake?
Giant spider, yes.
Ah, very interesting. Makes sense of the necrosis on the right arm. Anyway,
I like this guy.
it's a bit of like a task just to keep up with what he's saying. I think this was the killing blow, and he points to the sort of the mark on like around the sort of upper chest neck, where Sierra managed to score a knife shot.
It was indeed.
Let's clean this one. The same marks and the same overall reaction.
So the
Like I said, the body almost didn't go through the same neurological process as it would lead to death. Rigor mortis didn't set in. Strange.
so it's still limb.
I mean, a body at this. Well, how many hours has it been?
It's been a good 2 or 3 hours.
No, okay, it still probably would be rigor mortis. It is almost as if, having been controlled, the body was trapped in some kind of stasis.
That would require a very significant power of enchantment magic.
Huh.
Could it be that the bodies were already dead?
No. These have only been dead for a couple hours, as you might know. Although most of the
These
process of death
people were
haven't
alive.
happened. Yes. I've detected there's no necromantic call on them at all. No necromancy magic has ever been used on these people. I couldn't even find a trace.
It is powerful magic.
Indeed it is. So you're okay with us taking the rapiers with us? For investigative,
why not?
For investigative purposes.
Of course.
What are we bringing with us?
Very well.
What else do they have on? Just the.
They studded leather armor, and that was it, pretty much. They had no other real possessions.
They had robes. Okay,
Yeah.
but the
That's
studded
what I'd like
leather armor, is it good condition?
It requires some mending due to the several a lot of damage has been put into both of them.
I was gonna say, not the one I hit.
Yeah, that's true. We sort of smashed it up a little bit, but we could
Requires some repair, but
that could be arranged.
Those rapiers, good quality.
That's good quality.
Anything special about them?
No, they're just well made. There's nothing magical about them.
We'll add them to the loot box then. The loot list.
Well, anything else?
Do you think there is a way to track the enchantments at this point? That who possibly made them?
Nothing within my power. You might want to find a diviner for that, but even then... I don't think so.
That's unfortunate.
Especially as the mark has degraded so much at this point. I can barely detect any signature on it at all at this point. I don't even within the hour it will likely be completely gone. Very interesting.
Can I do another little double investigation?
Sure, let me investigation check.
Double down on my thinking. Okay, it was no better, I don't think, than the
Yeah,
last
you look over
one.
the bodies again, but you can't really see anything that this guy hasn't identified, really.
Oh no, sorry. You made me do an intelligence check before. I meant for the mark.
Maybe an Arcana check for that. Unless you want to, like, the actual history of the mark.
You want to
Like
touch the
the
mark
food.
again? Oh god.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
This,
No,
no.
you again look intensely at it. You feel this vague. You feel this vague tinge on like the corner of your consciousness, but like it's slightly painful, but nowhere near the reaction you had before.
Okay, cool.
So the power is waning.
I'm still convinced that this is the mark of the Mayantandic clan.
You mentioned this clan before.
Yes, how would you go
Terrible.
about spelling this clan?
Just
That's
for
a very good question, which I have
just
to
for
actually.
The fuck?
It's draconic. What do you expect?
I will not even try to understand what that says.
Apparently decided that Draconic was fantasy finish, which I apparently decided without my knowledge, but here we are.
Finish. Okay.
No,
Well,
that's not even nearly finished.
I'm not pronouncing that correctly then. Also, why and a U in the same word? Oh, that's messy. Okay. How long do you think before you have fully explored this other body?
Well, another few hours. I work quickly, but very thoroughly. They just like a scalpel just comes out of his like hand, and he just goes into the body again. Anything checked out here? He just starts begin mumbling to himself, and begins like coming like switching in and out of a different other language none of you speak.
We'll leave you to it. Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
bye.
Good luck.
In that case, should we just take this stuff and perhaps
Yes. Let's...
He's paying you absolutely no mind at this point.
sell it?
Well, who's got good bartering? Definitely not me.
He's got good charisma.
Well,
I
Derek
do,
does
I
sound
promise.
Pretty good.
Do you though?
You don't
I have-
believe me? I think I can convince you I've got good charisma.
Persuasion check.
Deception check, actually.
Deception check.
Is
Yeah, I was
it?
about
It
to
would
say.
be persuasion though, wouldn't it? That we'd be. Yeah. No.
Well-
I
Well,
don't
no,
know.
because he's lying.
No, but I mean, like, if we were to barter, it would be.
Oh yeah, that would be persuasion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I convince her that I do have
Make
great
me a
speaking?
deception check.
Fuck.
What do you want me to make? Insight?
Insight, yeah.
Oh my god!
He's a great liar.
I'm really
I-
shaken right
However,
now.
I asked the question.
Something seems off about it.
I do not believe.
So it's like,
you.
yeah, I'm a great liar, yeah.
He's pretty charismatic to me, but
Yeah, you believe me, Chris doesn't.
Well, I mean, I can probably do the bartering.
Well, Varric,
okay. Let's find a armor and weapon store.
I'm going to say for the sake of brevity, you could probably easily sell these off.
Okay, you're not gonna make us up here?
Wow.
If we're gonna
We
RP
gotta
loot yourself the entire
Raise our
campaign.
attitude with the vendors.
All right, this you're thinking of a different system.
Yeah, okay, fine then. How much do we get?
Well, actually, no. You know what? Fuck it. Let's see how good a Varric is at the whole bartering thing. Yeah, you eventually come to another, just general weapons and armor merchants. There are plenty of them in the anvil.
Greetings.
Oh yes, hello.
We have some items that we would like to sell. Would you be interested in having a
Oh, just
look?
no one wanted the rapier, by the way.
Nah.
I don't use rapiers.
Nor do I.
Depends. Well, are they decent condition or?
Mostly. I mean, the armor could maybe use a tiny bit of polishing, but it shouldn't be too much of an issue for such an blacksmith as yourself.
All right. All right, just put on the table then.
I'm just trying to keep a straight face when you said polishing.
The weaponry is in pristine condition.
You hand in the still bloody rapier.
Well, we'll probably clean them up on the way there.
Well, you didn't
most
tell
of the
me
blood,
so,
at least.
unfortunately. He sort of gives you raises an eyebrow as you sort of put hand is still bloody rapier.
It works well.
Well, I can
It's
see.
good quality.
You can ask the sharpness from that other guy.
I can reassure you that the rapier is very effective.
Right, and the armor.
Well,
Less so effective.
He just looks at the huge shearing mark across this entire thing. These several puncture wounds across the other one. Good quality.
It was.
Yes, it was. But I'm sure that you can fix them.
Could. Be a bit less on the price, of course, for you, but...
Naturally.
Alright, just looking it over. Looks just sort of say... for the amount of having to repair it, 25 gold?
Well, surely you
For
can do
everything.
30.
I mean, to put actual labour into repairing this. Not just simple spit and polish I can put on this. I have to rework the entire... rework all the armour.
Yes, but surely it's at least 30 gold.
At least, maybe a persuasion check.
I tried.
Not that it's going to matter, but can I just try to see how well it would have gone if I did it?
I'm going to say as he's already tried it. I say no.
No, not try, but
Yeah,
see.
you can roll. See how well you would have done.
Damn it.
Nope.
Just like,
Oh,
look, listen. It's going to take us a significant amount of work to rework this studded leather. It's barely worth profit when I'm like in my head.
Is this just for the leather?
This is for all of it.
Okay. Can I just step in for a second? These rapiers are worth double this alone.
Worth double this first hand and not covered in blood.
A simple polish and they will be good as new.
Let me have a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Why
Use your
disadvantage?
inspiration.
Because someone else has already tried.
Okay, well then inspiration.
Okay, so it's
up
now
in
just flat
12.
rolling.
It's a flat roll for persuasion. The gods are not kind.
oh my god.
He's a royal prick. And I did not say that out loud.
Business, but you like you walk Sports Directive with these fucked up footballs and just say, "Hey, you want to buy a football?" Look, 25 gold, and we're good, all right?
Okay.
I'm not going to ask how you came
we're
into these.
We're being so freaking
Yep.
right now. Ugh, I'm so mad.
25 gold, and I can conveniently forget to look into why some people walked into my shop with severely damaged armor and a still dripping weapon.
Okay, look, here's
It's
the thing,
just
pal.
this.
We have been investigating for, I will have you know, the Bastion Commander himself. Deaths and mysterious disappearances.
Right,
Never work. if
I
we didn't.
don't care.
I do
Just
not care if you go and tell a guard where this came from, because we already have told.
25 gold, take it or leave it.
Let's just take it and go somewhere else next time, because this man does not
Oh, why
want
don't we go
business.
somewhere else right now? We're taking
What?
ours. Let's go.
Indeed.
Just shrugs.
Alright, fuck it.
There are other shops here.
I know a
So-
guy who wants to pay gold for badly damaged weaponry and armor.
Do you?
Oh yeah.
Well, I sold that rickety old armor for 50 gold. Though, to be fair, I never checked it out, so I don't know if there's any magic to it, but hey, I don't need armor.
We went to that one.
Yep.
You see what happens when you let us RP? We're gonna go find a better price, okay?
Doing price shopping in D&D.
Right,
Right,
so
so
I'm
you're going to the
assuming
place you went before?
While we
Yeah,
walk
but
out,
it's not-
let's clean the rapiers this time, shall we?
Okay,
and maybe
you
a
could
little
do
bit
that.
of the armor.
The armor you can't really do much about at this point.
Well, I
It's
mean,
gonna-
maybe like clean some of the blood away. We can't repair it, of course, but
Yeah.
Can we clean everything?
You can do a... Make me a...
Why didn't you make a check for wiping it?
Fine, you wipe it off. You do what you can on the go with like not much materials. Look a little better, but still quite beaten up. You were at the place before?
yeah.
Okay. Then you go to the same like sort of forge. This time the gentleman you met last time isn't there. It's just this heavily bearded dwarf just hammering onto an anvil.
Good afternoon.
Oh, what was that? You're gonna have to speak up. Sorry. Like he just puts his
Good
hand and holds
afternoon.
one. Ah, okay, right. Give me a sec. He just begins like grabbing on the floor and grabs at this sort of ear pipe and just holds it up. Ah, yeah, now go. Right.
We would like to sell you some items. They
Ah,
are
yeah.
in fairly good condition.
Right, fairly good. Ah, that's good. Can I have a look? If that's alright.
Sure. Just we'll put in the rapiers on the.
Okay. And he's just like, not bad, mate. Decent steel.
Indeed.
Draconic steel, if I'm not mistaken. Not bad. Where'd you come across these?
We apprehended them from some
Thugs.
criminals.
Oh, fair.
Yes.
Good on you then. Right. Anything else?
And
I'm a
then
quick wipe,
there
but I
was
should be fine after
their
that.
armors. They are slightly dented, but I'm sure that you can fix
You
them.
see, he has it's a slight dent, lad. Right. Not too bad. They're fixable at least.
For a talented worksmith such as yourself, it is no problem.
Thank you.
Flattery!
So for all of this, about I'll say about 45 gold. All things considered.
Well, considering that it is indeed quite pristine steel, I'd say that 50.
Persuasion check. I say with advantage. Why the fuck not? We've had a good month. This is good steel. Got it down into something very useful. Pleasure doing business with you.
Thank
Likewise.
you very much.
His hands over the gold. Did you find any more criminals knocking around? And liberate them of their equipment? Especially if they're a good deal as this. Send them right over.
We'll keep that in mind.
That's good. Yeah, your name, mate.
We would
Sorry?
have gotten so shafted.
Your name, mate. Sorry, accent's a bit thick.
His name is Varric.
Wait a minute, meet you, Varric. Name's Valen. He just sort of eagerly, shakes your hand. But it's quite, very hard and callous. And there's a bit of, oil, sort of very, not dirty, but it's clearly been working manually all day.
Yeah.
So, anything else?
No, I think that is all for now.
Fantastic. And he just goes back to
Yes.
work, puts his ear pipe down, and just begins hammering on this forge again.
As we leave. And this is why you never accept the first price. You know what something is worth. You accept nothing less.
Hey, what was that?
No, I said as
Give
we
me a
leave.
minute.
I said as we leave. Okay, we're already out.
And he was fucking deaf, remember, Kazoo? He needed a
Yeah.
fucking apparatus, and you're like, oh, you can hear this.
Excuse me.
I thought you were saying it louder than rather loud. You didn't fully
No.
hear, remember?
No, I was saying it just
Okay.
to myself
Yeah.
more. But you know, if my companions hear it, then that's good for them.
Yeah.
I will keep that in mind.
Yeah.
So, where to next?
What time is it?
Oh, what time is it? In
Yeah, it's still a bit. It's still about still about like 1, 2-ish.
Fuck, it's early.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Anybody in need of some new items? Or is there...
I would not be opposed to a better bow, but I feel like it would be
Healing
quite
potions would
expensive.
be nice.
Healing potions, I wouldn't mind a better staff. But I mean, I wouldn't mind a better staff.
Could see about producing some of the stores here. I wouldn't mind a backup healing potion myself.
Yeah, I'm all out.
Same.
I don't think I ever had any.
You had one, as far as I know.
Oh, well, I think I have one. I have a healing potion. Who had no? I did not. I should
You
use
can
my
probably
staff
find a
for
herbalist if you're looking for that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so how much money do we have in the loot?
435 right now.
a lot of money right at this moment.
So definitely enough to buy something decent. For a few of us. I have my
Chaos.
axe, I'm good.
Why?
I have my axe.
It's
got
done
decent-
good work of late.
I got decent weapons as well as the stunted leather armor already.
I think me and Nanar should get something good for ourselves.
I would like a better short bow. I think.
Yeah, I would
feel
like
a
a better
little
staff.
ineffective when I'm not turned into a huge animal.
So, quick question. Healer's kit versus healing potion.
Mm-hmm.
What's the
Healer's kit requires actual application. It's like a first aid kit in real life.
Right,
A
okay.
healing potion is, you
Chug it!
down and you get better.
Yeah, okay, got it.
We like to drink with grass.
Yeah, prefer.
I don't know, when you normally drink a healing potion, you down it pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Just to have more, desperation than anything else.
So yes, a herbalist would be good as well.
Yeah, I'll say for the sake of brevity, you can pick up about healing potions for about, officially it's 50 gold apiece.
50 or 15?
Yeah, 50.
Oof.
Magic items be expensive, man.
Okay, so
Damn.
how would we go about crafting it for ourselves?
It calls about the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you would expend your actual spell slots to do so,
Okay.
Well, some
Not
weapons
bad.
then.
Yeah, I think weapons probably better.
You're gonna head back to your
Better.
dwarven friend?
Yes,
We might as well.
Okay.
he was
So
nice.
he comes back and he's just hammering on the forge. Just, again, not really noticing you, seems engrossed by his work.
I'll just belch out, hello again.
One moment, just rooting around for his sort of pipe
We
and
just-
slams it, knocks his head on the forge. He goes, for fuck's sake! Yeah, how you doing? Like, you're back again. That's good. So, what you want?
Do you have something better than this? And I will produce my short bow, and then I will take Seminole's stuff.
Sorry,
did
lass, we're backed up on our weapon and armor manufacturing. See, the Bastion Commander's ordered a metric fuck ton of our weapon armor. We're backed up for weeks on a actual weapons and armor. It's going to take a while to get anything out, so you know how it is.
I
Porters.
see. Is there
yeah.
a war coming? Is it just I know that
Hey, not questions we ask. More business, good for us.
Is there any
That makes sense.
shop that we might be able to pick up some weapons?
Honestly, in the Ring of Iron, probably not. Well, unless the commander cancels all his orders in the next minute. Unless he's coming down the road now. He like picks that look. He's not.
Okay.
We spoke to him earlier.
Well, my
He's
apologies,
definitely
but,
not gonna cancel.
If you want to, if you come back in a couple of weeks, you can definitely make a summon. But,
Okay.
sorry about that.
That's fine.
We could go back to the other trader, but I don't think he will give us a better deal.
I probably the same issue as we do.
So every shop
Every
in
single
town-
forge master and boyer and armor maker in this town are currently on his payroll. It's well,
I
quite impressive, actually.
suppose that we will just have to find some criminals who have good weapons that we would like to use.
Good thinking. If there's anyone you don't want, I'm happy to take him. But, well, thankfully, fairly few criminals in this city. Bastion Commander keeps a good hawk eye on them.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
is there anything else?
I think this time it really is. all.
Fantastic. I gotta get back to my work, so yeah. Bye.
We will meet again.
Excellent. He just drops his hearing sort of pipe when he begins. Just hammering down again.
Fair enough.
So are we going back to healing potions then?
Yes, I would advise that we at least get some healing potions because we don't have much in terms of magic users or healers here.
Indeed.
And if any of those should go down, then the potions are pretty much our only way to make sure that no one dies.
Demonor, how much damage? Well, okay. Well, how much damage does your staff do?
Pardon?
How much damage does your staff do?
My staff does.
I think it's 1d8.
1d8 plus dex.
D6.
Oh no, it's
What?
D6. No, it's D6. Yeah.
Oh,
Never mind.
right, yeah.
Of course, yeah. Of course, let's do D6.
Yeah, 1d6 plus
Okay.
dex.
Okay.
Basically the same as my javelin then.
Well, same as the stuff of the adder, only it's got the poison thing.
Poisoning.
I'm thinking out of character now. And I don't know if it would be more efficient because it's your only weapon. Like you don't really want to throw it off into it and it be a snake, and then you don't have a weapon.
That doesn't sound useful, no.
Can't you always become a weapon? On quite short notice.
Oh yeah, he's got a mean punch.
He
Oh no,
does.
me. No, I mean if Theminor had it,
Ah, yeah.
like it's no better than his current stuff, but
It can
if
also
he-
turn into a snake.
yeah, but then he wouldn't have a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
But
I don't know if you want to carry around two staffs.
Dual wield.
Do you want to do?
God.
Unfortunately, you
staffs.
can't do that without significant penalties.
Yeah.
Okay.
So shall we then at least buy some health potions?
I thought
That's
we were.
probably a good idea.
Did
Yeah,
we
it's
already
about-
know it was- Oh, wait. we
About
haven't
50,
spent
50 gold per pop, because, you know.
money. Okay.
So
Well,
5
I-
health
I-
potions?
So.
Can we negotiate that down to 45?
I'm going to say for sake of brevity, make me just
Ah!
a straight persuasion check.
Sorry.
Anyone who wants to try.
Let me first check whether or... Nah, it's not gonna be on me.
Only a
I mean,
small minus.
I mean, I could try an intimidation check, but we may not be going back to that store ever then again.
I think Nanar might have convinced them.
Huh?
Hmm,
What?
haven't rolled yet.
Sorry. What are we doing?
Persuasion check.
Trying to, for the sake of brevity, haggling down on a gold, on a
Oh, okay.
prices.
Oh!
Told you.
I can say, yeah, you can get each of them down to 45 each.
So that's 225 gold then.
Mm-hmm. Save yourself 25 gold there.
Okay.
Are we buying 5?
Yeah?
Yeah, one for each.
Yep. 225 makes...
I'll put one in Lockhart's inventory.
Okay, we
So
have
assume you'll give
220...
him.
We have
Are
210
putting
gold left.
them in the loot. Or...
Oh,
I'd say everyone should probably have one at least in the inventory.
Oh, okay. We're all...
Otherwise, it gets hard to track who has how many.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, in that
I still
case,
had
I'm
it
gonna
set,
have to-
but it was at 0, so...
By the way, Moss, if you're editing the loot, you should probably save it at some point, because for me it's still saying 385.
Oh, I did save it.
I have to go into edit and then save it
Yeah.
myself, and then it changes itself. It's a bit, yeah, it's a bit...
Okay.
Well, it's a bit buggy, but it's roll 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bit buggy.
Well, I did keep track, so...
Just a little bit.
Are the rabies still in there then?
Nope.
Okay,
No.
so that did go away.
Yeah.
Well, I've updated it now, so I don't know. We're slightly poorer, but slightly healthier.
And we have, yeah, we have some backup now at least.
Yeah.
Let's see that.
Okay, what do you guys want to do next then?
I'm not sure if we have anything else to do other than wait for the evening.
Yeah.
Just gonna chill out at the tavern, maybe?
How long do we
some-
want to wait? Because we could take a long rest.
That'll hit nighttime.
And then it's definitely evening.
Uh,
Not so much for my health, but the rest.
oh, for your rage?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. So it's about
I
two-ish
get my
now.
wild shape whenever.
About
So it
two-ish
would
now.
be
So,
like
so it'd be at least 8 hours rest. So it would be about like 10 in the
That
night.
is a good time to be sneaking.
Yup.
That's true.
In that case, I would like a long rest. Yes.
Okay, you can take a long rest.
Out of character,
Just
so...
sleep.
Yeah, I've
And
just realised
also,
that-
your hit dice then again, thankfully.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've kept thinking Sweden in the winter, so when we said evening, I thought that was like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's to be fair, it's like the early autumn. So
It's getting there again.
yeah, and it's just quite a sort of alpine climate. So maybe like Sweden right now. Maybe you're quite far north.
No, I mean Sweden in early autumn is still quite bright up until
Yeah.
quite
Yeah,
late.
somewhere.
Just
Somewhere
means that
like
it's good
9
and
PM
dark
or
when we
something
head
like
out. Which is probably a good thing.
Yeah.
If we are doing well,
Well, I mean, should we maybe start the next session after we had the long rest?
There's one more thing I want to do first, if that's all right.
Mm-hmm.
Fine, Danny.
Okay.
Alright, so we do a long rest?
Yeah, I want to get to a point because it's easier to cut off then.
Very well.
So you guys are fine going on for another 20-30 minutes then.
Oh, yeah.
I'm good.
Okay.
lead us.
Hey, I don't lead people, I just facilitate the leading.
Take us on this journey of story.
Give us a hint then.
So you guys are going to go wait till the evening and then survey the house?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just a gentle survey.
Okay.
Like a casual stroll around the premises from a
like,
distance.
Yeah.
Entrances where they are located. Are there any places possibly to infiltrate through windows or something like that? And
So
stuff?
you come the evening. You sort of go to the upper area of the citadel, and just have a quick look around at the state where you went before. Where you went before, but where he gave you the address. Should you need to go forward with any information, and you have a look around the grounds, and it's the front. There's a front gate which is guarded by 2 guards, and a big locked cast iron gate of very grandeur. And a good 20 meters all around the estate, there's this walled garden area. Looking at
At the top of a pile of buildings?
Mm-hmm.
That's some prime real
tall-
estate.
How tall is that wall?
Tall, it's about 3-4 meters. It's basically a hedge, but you can see spiked wooden, spiked iron, fence posts all through.
That is nothing for a giant spider.
I can throw somebody over.
I mean, I can probably just climb over.
Yeah. Give me a general perception check as you're looking around it.
Oh, there we go again.
What do your eyes see?
Not a lot.
Not a lot.
Varric, your many
Yes.
years of breaking in and out of places has given you a sort of good eye on like how to get in, how to sort of how to crack any nut. Looking around the sort of the like outside wall, you look in you sort of see that there's a point where the hedge just sort of eroded away or at the bottom, and you could probably squeeze through the bars at the bottom to get underneath it. Looking through there for a second, making sure there's no one around, you think you can see what looks to be like a sort of an outside sort of almost like a conservatory, like adjoining the back of the mansion, which you're pretty sure you could climb on top of and get into the top floor through.
Okay, I'll convey this information to the rest of the party.
On a nat 20, you almost have like a sort of Sherlock Mind Palace moment, where you begin you sort of begin like planning out this whole thing in your head. A sort of like long ingrained instincts just sort of take over.
Everything you ever read comes back into you. So you're saying there is a way in?
Well, there's always a way in.
Spoke like a true rogue.
There is always a way in the future, hard enough. Okay. That is useful.
Hang on, give me one moment.
Un moment, s'il vous plaît.
Very well.
Au revoir.
Ta-ta.
The Draconic in this universe is friend.
I was wanting to ask whether or not the guards in front were also dragonborn, but probably are.
Well, our source of knowledge has left.
Yes, he has.
So
I'll hold on to that question.
just hold it.
I mean, I guess even with 6 perception, I would probably recognize a dragonborn.
I don't know, maybe they're just shadows in the night.
That's also true. It is dark. I do have dark vision.
Yeah, I think we all do.
Yep.
Yeah. We have see all the things. We just don't notice them very well.
Well, then have we... Ah, there he is. Right.
Sorry about that.
Right, nowhere of all things, I did have a question.
Of course.
The 2
Go ahead.
guards in front, can I recognize them as being dragonborn or something else?
They're human.
They're human.
There's very few dragonborn in the city. You've noticed.
Just because he comes from the Dragonborns does not mean that
okay.
he...
Yeah, I mean, we are in the
Or is
empire of
actually
humans.
True. They might also be cheaper.
That as well.
the locals.
So, anything else?
So there's 2 guards on the front line. Is
There's
there,
another
like,
thing. Could everyone, if you're doing it subtly, can everyone make me stealth checks?
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
This has never gone well for me before.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I stick
Okay.
out like a sore thumb anyway, so...
You're
fucking
bright
hell.
green and you're big.
Yep.
Well, it's not fluorescent green.
No.
Yeah, Varric, for men, no. You all managed to keep to the side. No one seems to really notice you. Gruz, subtlety isn't really your strong point.
You don't say!
As you're sort of like, looking at your great axe on front, you just see no space out and then sort of, oh, is there a problem? Oh, you're the ones working with with the employer, right?
Indeed.
Oh, is there anything you want to say to him? Or
Wait.
just,
Is it just him who's been noticed, or...?
Just him has been noticed, yeah.
Okay, we were just in the bushes.
Yeah. Just like a bunch of rocks creeping around in the corner of the... Yeah. Oh, is there do you want to speak to him, or...?
Not right now, thank you. I was just trying to figure out where he lived exactly.
Oh, it's in there. If you hadn't noticed it there.
Thank you. But it's a bit late now, so
Yeah.
I'll be leaving
Oh,
again.
yeah, of course, yeah. Business hours and all that, yeah.
Indeed.
Oh, good luck on whatever you're doing.
Ta-ta.
Okay.
Dodge that asshole.
You got away with that deception check.
I didn't even roll deception.
He's quite dumb.
Didn't have to roll deception. There you go.
So that's why he's so cheap.
Oh my goodness.
Well,
Okay.
I'll just walk back casually to the rustling bushes and say, we could maybe just talk our way in if we really want to.
Nah, that's the boring way.
True.
Right, so there was the 2 guards in front, but is there like any guards patrolling nearby or
Well,
anything
there
like that?
appears to be a few like periodically going through the gardens, but like quite rarely. Like
Oh,
one,
okay.
like one every like hour or so, and they seem more, you know, in their own head than anything else. They get the sense that these guards aren't really on high alert at all.
Fair enough.
Bit weird. There's somebody who's getting death threats.
Well, you're not hit. Well, the guards themselves seem quite, you know, laissez-faire, really.
Hmm.
I think with a nat 20, you can probably figure out that like, these nat 20 and you're like back, and you probably figure out these guys have never really been tested before. Like they don't expect to really be doing anything other than just standing around.
Well, depending on what the Commander Wolf wants us to do, they might be tested very soon.
There is that. He did mention an operation of sorts.
So you've spent a few hours just having a look around the estate.
I am.
Indeed.
What now?
What do you want us to do?
We've got that meeting tomorrow. Look, we've got that meeting tomorrow.
Oh yeah, we do. Okay.
We do indeed.
Well, we've looked this estate up and down.
We know
So
enough for now.
Let's go home. Okay, let's have another sleep.
We
You're
will
building
be.
it up. Just
Can we now?
Yeah.
Can we now also add our status well rested to the party?
doesn't quite. You probably spend most of your time just sitting in bed reading. I don't know.
Meditating or something like that.
Yeah, reading, meditating,
Oh no, I was sleeping.
whatever you do to pass the time.
Polishing my axe.
Like a metaphor for something.
Only if you want it to be.
I'm gonna say no.
We all have separate rooms, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
asking for a friend, of course. But no, eventually you sort of do whatever you do, probably sleeping a bit, you know, passing the time generally. Maybe popping downstairs for a drink and some food at some points, but eventually the dawn comes and it reaches about midday.
Right. I suppose we'll head for the meeting.
Yep. You once again are easily waved through by the guards. They're starting to recognise you a bit. They give you a little wave, a few of them. Yeah. You're going to find yourself outside his office.
Noise.
Is the commander in?
Oh, yeah, you're expected, actually.
Very
I see
well.
that's why you're here.
Oh,
Well,
yes.
in you go, and he just opens the door for you. Inside there is a Commander Wolf just sitting at his desk, talking to someone you can't really see in the corner of the room.
Moving closer.
Ah, so you're gonna go in?
Yes.
Okay. You walk into the room and there's 2 others in here. One you recognise from earlier, some of you better than us. It is again Sierra. It's perched up on a desk, leaning against a wall. Another, someone none of you recognise. An armoured dragonborn in the corner.
Did we see him march
You
up
did.
the city?
The very same.
The one who had an argument with the jackal.
Mm-hmm.
The
With his
white,
pompous peacock.
Mm-hmm.
the white
Yes.
dragonborn.
Yeah. Well, silver.
Silver. Okay. Well, yeah, close enough.
It is at your entry. The commander looks up and he says, "Ah, good, you've joined us. This is, if you haven't met, this is a Sierra."
Can you write it down?
I can't even remember how I spelt that, to be honest.
It's gotta be somewhere.
See ya.
I actually wrote that down correctly.
Yeah. We might have asked you last time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We have met.
This is
Anyway,
yeah.
we have met.
You get the sense.
briefly.
You get the sense he doesn't really believe it's her proper name.
Fair enough.
She just sort of nods at his reaction. Yes, we're acquainted. Says, alright. And this is a Torin Mayastan. And he just points to the armored dragonborn in the
Can you
corner.
write that one down?
Yeah, I have that one.
Oh, okay. I like to look at them again.
Okay, I didn't have the
Okay.
first name correct, but
And he just sort of
Okay.
bows. Pleasure to meet you. And just offers a hand
Greetings.
to the nearest person.
I will shake it.
I will grant him bread.
Thank you. He just casts a small eye. With that, just sort of, the Commander Wolf just clears his throat again. Yes. Well, as I've brought you all here because, well, I can be certain that none of you have any ties or affiliation, or at least any positive affiliation, to the Jackal. You notice that the Dragonborn
Oh,
does
thank you.
bristle a bit, just the mention of the name.
I cannot
Well-
imagine anyone having a positive relation with that man, but continue.
Well, enough of them do. Every time I order an investigation on him, he's cleared out weeks before I can even get through bureaucracy. Which is why I'm out asking all you, not our usual in-house people will say. Of course, I can't pay you a huge amount as it's coming from my pocket, not the city's budget. I can't officially mandate this. But I get the sense not all of you are in this for the money.
I mean,
Not all of you.
Justice
Quite right.
should be served at all times.
As the Dragonborn in the corner just doing was indeed. His actions dishonor the entire country and our kind. And glad to be rid of him.
If my one moment. If what I've seen and read is correct and heard, he's dealing with hobgoblins.
Again, the Dragonborn bristles,
I'm not a fan.
and he begins to open his mouth before Wolf just holds him off. Whatever personal grievances we might have against the creature doesn't matter. We have to plan this properly, or we're all going to end up down in a lot of trouble, shall we say? We don't pull this off properly. So, I know that Sierra has scouted the estate out. I don't know if you have done the
So have
same.
we?
We
Ah,
have
interesting.
to, yes.
At that point, Sierra pops up. Ah, maybe you found the hole in the hedge wall at the back.
We
We
did,
did.
yes.
Competent eye. I appreciate that. Well, if we're going through that way, the guards seem untrained, untested.
You mean dumb?
That too. I dare say they expect the man's reputation to prevent any thieves, murderers, and that kind of thing.
They may be so
Probably.
pompous as to believe this.
Indeed. Let's take advantage of it. If we're going through the back, through there, we should have well, I can provide some magics to help us slip in undetected.
That would be
You're coming
preferable.
too? Wait.
course I'm going
Who's
to.
speaking? Who's speaking?
This year.
Sorry, I got confused.
Yeah.
I thought.
I have one tone of voice. And like three characters with vaguely posh English accents are quite hard to differentiate.
Yeah.
Yes, of
Well.
course I'm coming too. I have my own grievances with him as well. My skill
Understandable.
sets to be needed.
Understandable.
Yes. Torin, you've fought the man before. His abilities. The Dragonborn just sort of puts a shield on the rests against the wall. The man's a talented sorcerer. He has draconic bloodline is more latent than most. His control over the element of fire is powerful. If you do meet him in open combat, be wary.
So we should try to trust in surprise element rather than
Yes.
brute
The
force.
man's wily and cunning.
Do you specifically want him dead at this point, or just evidence to convict him?
As much evidence as you can, but if it were to come to blows and he ended up dead at the end of it, well,
It would be no pain for me.
I have no qualms with that.
Well, let's just say for most of the time when I dislike doing paperwork, I'll make an exception in his case.
I'm assuming that was Commander Wolf.
Yes.
Just checking.
Yeah. You know, so there's sort of stubble going on as a this guy looks like he hasn't slept properly in weeks.
No one likes paperwork.
Yes. So the original plan is that, well, you'll sneak and get whatever evidence you need and get out. But should it come to blows, well, we'll have Torin and a few of his fighters around the corner should things come to blows. They'll fight their way in and help you out should you need it.
That should not be much of a problem then, fighting your way through those guards.
Those guards that we see. Again, the man's wily. I'd expect him to have something up his sleeve.
Undoubtedly.
Traps, minions we can't see. Hell, even the guards pretending to be weaker than they actually are. He's used all before in the past.
Could be.
Very well. We will be on guard.
Good.
When do you want this plan to start?
Tonight. We have limited time to do this. Every second going by is another time one of his informants will find out about this little operation, and for him to clear her out, or even put extra guards on for anything that could hinder him. We've tried to apprehend him legally before. Hasn't worked.
I turn to Torin and just ask him, are all your men to be trusted?
They're to be trusted. Don't worry about that.
Very well.
All I've picked have lost family, friends, and loved ones to him and his soldiers' blades. I have no doubt they want him dead as much as we do.
I sense a feud.
Indeed.
I don't think there is many people that he has not made enemies with.
He has enough friends to avoid justice for this long. Let's not give him another opportunity.
Sometimes justice just needs to be served directly.
And so Tristan just sort of in the corner sighs. As much as I prefer to go through due process, well, you know how it is.
Can you make sure that the city guards are not alerted when we pull this off?
I can find a way to distract them, I'm sure. Training exercises, drills. The upper
It would
citadel
be
is a
useful
rare.
if they were
The upper citadel hasn't been
conveniently.
targeted in years. I'm sure it wouldn't be an obvious show of a cockiness to take them off guard for the night.
Because I am not the most inconspicuous person.
I can tell.
It would be
Barry
more
chuckles a
useful
little
if...
bit.
What was that? Say?
I was gonna... What?
Varric chuckles a little bit on the notion.
Well, if there's anything else you want to know.
Sneak into the place. If we can find evidence, good, but kill him.
I am very...
If required.
If required. Of course, if required.
Yes, if
Yeah, also
required.
laughs in the corner at the if required bit. You can see
I'd
how
like to show that I'm not too comfortable with this.
absent-mindedly sort of running her finger over the hilt of her daggers.
Yeah, I'd like to show that I'm not too happy with this.
Okay, exactly. How are you going to do that?
I'm just gonna see if I cross my arms and looking.
With the thought of killing?
The thought of killing someone so nonchalantly.
This is anything but nonchalant. This
I mean,
creature...
nobody seems to care.
Well, if you're... Well, I thought you said that out loud.
I mean, you have met the man. Is there anything you like about him?
They talk to me.
Yes.
I haven't said any of this out loud. I'm just showing it by.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, no one seemed to pay much attention to you just crossing your arms and looking a bit annoyed. They say everyone else in the chamber seems the party seems quite caught up almost in this.
Excitement about killing someone.
Well, Varric is not really excited about killing, rather than getting into the burglary business again.
Yeah. With Torin and Wolf, it's more of a just sort of like a grim, look, I want this problem done. With a it is quite palpable excitement.
For me, it's just the man roughs me the wrong way.
So, I don't suppose there are any magical items that we could use to dampen his magic if it comes to blows.
None I have at hand, unfortunately. Without taking them out and making it obvious, I'm doing operations below the board.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Unfortunately, you have to go with what you have.
Sier, do you have anything?
There's a few. Items, no. I can provide some magical benefits in the field, but, well...
Anything that helps.
I should be able to get us in undetected.
That is definitely helping.
And should it come to blows, well, I'm acquainted.
We noticed. Somebody skilled on our side is always welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. I think we're prepared.
Good. You sort this problem out tonight. It's one less headache for the coming storm.
What storm
What is
that?
this coming storm?
How about we survive tonight, and then we'll talk about problems that might come later.
Well, it's only that we went trying to buy weapons today, and apparently all of the weapon manufacturers are being taken up by your orders, which
Indeed
is
they
fine,
are.
but we would have liked to have had better weapons.
I'm sure, but those weapons are needed. We'll talk about this should we also see the morning. How about that?
I think
with
we
that.
will.
I can agree to that. So where shall we meet?
Tom pulls out a map. He sort of, I don't know. We'll stay here, and he points to a point to a sort of public park about just down the road from from the estate. We'll stay here. Should we hear anything, we'll of course come running.
Very well. Then we
And
will...
Sierra just well, the temple seems as good a place meeting point as any.
Yes.
I'm not acquainted with this temple, but I know some people who
Good
are.
for an educational experience.
Oh my.
It's quite a superb place.
Indeed. Anyway, I also have to prepare. I shall see you all later.
Yes.
See you later.
And may the sabred sting be on our side. And she just walks out of the chamber. A lot more the aura of excitement clearly palatable.
Somebody's giddy.
After she's left, sort of a Commander's I fear her excitement might cause her to go overboard. I'm aware of Callistrians and their lust for vengeance.
I am well familiar with that.
Well, not for how useful they were to have around and helping the city. Well, I wouldn't have invited her to help. But they are, and every blade we have on our side is useful. Well, is there anything else you need?
Right now, I can't think of anything.
Not really, unless we could maybe requisition some extra rope or something like that.
I prefer to keep as few people on this operation as possible. The ears of the enemy are all-seeing, after all. Another leak might prove to be the nail in the coffin, shall we say.
True. Of course, we could claim that we are still investigating the murders.
True. Use your own discretion.
Very well.
You seem competent enough.
Thank you.
As Torin just the corner just says, "Indeed, I'd prefer not to do this cloak and dagger to fight the man face to face, but, well, needs a must."
If it comes to blows, it comes to blows.
Indeed. Be careful in there.
Oh,
Yes,
we will.
actually, one final question. Do we know anything about the inner layout of the estate?
Unfortunately, no. Of course, I can't request access to his deeds and the blueprint of the house without sort of a making it clear what we're about to do would ruin the entire point. Unfortunately, you might have to go in blind.
There might be a way around this, though.
Indeed.
Well, we got his address. He gave it so we could ask him more information for when we might find more on the murders. We could just go in and cock and bull story our way through there. We have some information.
Could feed him some information, yeah.
If you do, be careful. But if you think it best, I'm a little apprehensive, but well, if you're sure, of course.
A recon mission this afternoon could be a good idea, but perhaps not all of us should go.
No.
Yes.
Considering your affiliation with the man, probably not a good idea. Unless, of course, you would like to change into a familiar again.
He didn't seem to like the cat.
I wonder why. You did throw
Yes.
stuff off his desk, so... As a cat does.
As a cat does, exactly.
More proof that the Earth is round.
I mean, we could, of course, ask questions about the body that we found on the alley.
We should probably not mention the letters we found.
Of course not. But we can still ask about the person itself.
Yes.
What affiliation they might have had with the previous victims.
Marion White. Yes. Very well, I guess our evening is set then, and our afternoon as well.
Indeed. Again, if this does go badly, you must understand I can't be seen helping you.
Understand.
Cut and run, that is fine.
Well, I mean, say if we are captured and then jailed, just leave me a lockpick and we'll be out in no time.
Public, he just sort of. The idea of aiding someone breaking out of his own city, sort of troublesome a bit. He says, "Of course, of course." But well, let's just say we should succeed this the first time. Maybe the last chance we have.
Quite.
Indeed. And just Torin just grumbles in the corner, bows to each of you, and just walks out.
I give him a curt nod back.
Well, is there anything else?
I don't think so.
No, I think this was all
Most
for this meeting.
enlightening.
Indeed.
Okay. Well, the preparations you might need to make them. I have a long evening ahead of making it look like I know.
Absolutely nothing.
Well, less.
Don't forget about the
I,
guards.
Of course not. Already been ordered.
Very well.
Good day. He just gets back to his huge stack of paperwork, which seems to have not only gone down since you last saw him.
Just pile us up and up and up.
Mhm.
Well, I guess we are off to the mansion once more then.
Yeah.
Should we call it there? It's been about
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to say thank you all for watching. Kazoo, again, thanks for the DM work. And we will be hopefully back next week with the continuation of this story. And, oh boy, it's going to be good.
Indeed.
See you all later. Bye-bye.
Bye.